Hello guys, welcome to today's lesson. This is the last lesson under this course. My name is Srinidhi. I've been working with Unacademy for a few months now. I teach English grammar on this platform. You guys can follow me on Unacademy by downloading the Unacademy Learning app on your phone, and kindly check out the YouTube channel as well. So in today's lesson we're going to continue doing character analysis of a few more characters from Pride and Prejudice, and I hope this entire course was helpful. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, we're under the last lesson of this course. So in this particular lesson we're going to do the character analysis of the remaining characters. So without any ado, let's get started. So the first character is Lady Catherine de Bourgh. So Lady Catherine is a very rich, noble, bossy woman. So she's rich obviously because she owns her own estate. The entire Darcy's family is rich, and she's very bossy. She likes things to happen the way she wants. She orders. Even when she comes to meet Elizabeth to tell her to stay away from Darcy, she does not request. She orders her to stay away because she thinks she's above everybody else. She's a noble woman because she has connections with the church. She's the patron of Mr. Collins. So obviously she's a noble woman. And she's very particular about the social class, social status, and that's exactly why when she notices her nephew, that is Mr. Darcy's, interests in Elizabeth, and when she sees that their relationship is developing more than friendship, she gets threatened, and she fears her social status. She does not want to mingle with people from the lower classes of the social strata. So she goes to Elizabeth and she wants her, or she orders her, to stay away from Darcy. So she's very particular about social classes. And then she tries hard to create a relationship between her daughter and Darcy. So the main purpose of her going to Elizabeth and talking her out of the relationship was because she was interested in getting her daughter married to Darcy. Because see, if you see the story, if you read it, every single mother is behind the goal of getting their daughters married to wealthy people. So that was the mentality back then, and it actually gives you a very very strong thought as to the development of women. The feminism was not even prevalent back at that time. So men dominated the society. When men married women, they thought it was a favor that they're doing to women, and all that mattered to women was getting married and having a comfortable home and having enough wealth to have servants and lead a very luxurious life. There was nothing else apart from that. So all they wanted was comfort. They didn't want anything else in life. So again, she's another mother who tries to get her daughter married to the wealthiest man. So now that we finished with Lady Catherine, yes, she plays a role in the middle of the story, but she's not a very prominent character throughout the story. Mr. and Mrs. Gardners. So these guys are Mrs. Bennet's brother and his wife. So Mr. Gardner is Mrs. Bennet's brother, and Mrs. Gardner is Mr. Gardner's wife, obviously. So they're relatives. So what these guys, these guys are very caring, nurturing, and sensible people. So caring in the sense, they take Elizabeth on trips and they take care of her just like their own daughter. They're very sensible people because even when Lydia elopes, they do not mock at their own family. They stay with them for support, and throughout the end you can see that their support is the constant thing for Bennet's family. They don't mock their own relatives. They don't put their relatives down in front of others. They stand, they hold hands, and they have the backs of their relatives. So these guys prove to be much more sensible than anybody else in the play to me. So they often prove to be better parents for Bennet girls. That's absolutely true, because even when Lydia eloped, Mr. Bennet and Mr. Gardner were the ones to go in search of Lydia to London. So they searched for a few days, but Mr. Bennet gave up and he comes back, whereas Mr. Gardner stays back and searches for Lydia just like she's his daughter. Whereas Mr. Bennet, in spite of being a dad, he comes back because he's given up. He gives up so soon. Whereas Mr. Gardner stays, finds Lydia, convinces Wickham to get married to her, and he does so much that I think the Bennet family feels very grateful to Gardner's family. So these two play a very nice, refreshing role among the people who are snobbish and all prejudiced. So these guys are very unique and very refreshing. They're not like the normal relatives who bite your backs. They're like the relatives who has your back. So that's something nice about them. And we have Charlotte Lucas. So Charlotte Lucas is the local knight's daughter and Elizabeth's close friend, so also her neighbor. So she's the one who Mr. Collins marries when Elizabeth refuses him. Yes. So Charlotte Lucas is a very shy girl, you can say. She does not consider love to be a vital component of marriage. So that's exactly why she agrees to Mr. Collins' proposal in the first place. So she says that her family is having financial crisis. She is a poor local knight's daughter and she does not want to burden her family anymore. Now that Collins being, a little wealthy when compared to them, when he proposes, she accepts the offer only to make things better for her family and for her future. All she wants is a comfortable home. Just like I said, people's mentality back then was just family, home, wealth. No career, no education. Yes, they were educated, but for them, feminism was not something that they thought of. So feminism back then did not exist. They did not fight for equality. They did not fight for anything that they were rightful to have. So all they thought was social stigma, social rules. I should behave the way society wants me to behave. All that is expected of a woman is to have a comfortable home, have kids, marry off the kids, and lead a peaceful life at the end. But what does it serve? Do you get married to the man whom you love? No, financial reasons. It's worse than arranged marriages. So that was the society back then in England. So this one we're talking in the when this book was published, so 1813. So we're talking about that century. So, and yes, we finished about Charlotte Lucas. She's a very calm and very subtle character, which does not take much of the reader's attention, but she plays a very normal girl of the Gregorian era. That's it. She's a plain simple character in this book. Georgiana Darcy's younger sister. So this is Fitzwilliam Darcy's younger sister. So she's immensely pretty. That's how Jane Austen describes her. And at the same time, she's very shy. So she does not have much. She does not have much importance in the story because none of the characters are revolved around. So you can't read the way Wickham tried to elope with her, know that nothing is mentioned about it. So all you know about her is she's shy, she's pretty, she's Darcy's younger sister, and she's skilled in playing an instrument. That's it. So nothing much, nothing less about it. So she is a very small character. Yes, that's it. She does not have much of a role in Pride and Prejudice. So that's it. We are at the end of Pride and Prejudice. So we know the story, we know the characters, and I also gave you the character analysis. If you guys have any doubts at all on Pride and Prejudice, please put your thoughts in the comment section and I shall try to answer them. So that's it. I'll see you guys in another new course. Bye-bye.